Number 1. A building is 605 feet tall. A toy of the same building is 1/100th the actual size of the building. How tall is the toy? 60 5/10, 6 5/100, or 605 thousandths. Number 2. 48 hundredths times 10 equals 4 8/10. Yes or no? Number 3. 1/100th times 100 equals 1/10. Yes or no? Number 4. For a party, Madison needs to make 1,000 hamburgers. Each hamburger will weigh 25 hundredths of a pound. How many pounds of hamburger meat will she need to buy? 2 5/10 pounds, 25 pounds, or 250 pounds? Number 5. Find the product. 9 hundredths times 4 equals 36, 3 6/10, 36 hundredths, or 36 thousandths. Rihanna is making a shelf to store her collection of rocks and shells. She is using 5 pieces of wood that are each 3 25 hundredths feet long. How much wood will Rihanna use to make the shelf? 1,625 feet, 162 5/10 feet, 16 25 hundredths feet, 1 625 thousandths feet. Number 7. Which problems will have 2 decimal places in the product? Mark all that apply. That means click every option that has the answer. Every option that will have 2 decimal places in the product. Number 8. To find how much a rock on Earth weighs on Mars, you multiply its weight by 38 hundredths. If a rock on Earth weighs 7 pounds, how much does it weigh on Mars? 266 pounds, 26 6/10 pounds, 2 66 hundredths pounds, or 266 thousandths pounds. Number 9. Paul works at a local grocery store. He worked 15 hours this week. Last week, he worked 2 5/10 times as many hours as he worked this week. How many hours did Paul work last week? 375 hours, 37 5/10 hours, 3 75 hundredths hours, or 375 thousandths hours. Number 10. When Jerry rides his bike to and from work each day, it is 14 6/10 kilometers. Last month, Jerry worked 18 days. How many kilometers did he ride his bike to and from work last month? 252 8/10 kilometers, 262 8/10 kilometers, 26 28 hundredths kilometers. Multiply 27 times 35. Multiply 27 times 3 5/10. Multiply 27 and 35. 27 hundredths times 35. Number 14. The cost to go see a show is $14.75 for each adult and $7.25 for each child. A family of 2 adults and 1 child plans to go to the show. How much will it cost for the family to go to the show? $367.50, $36.75, $35.75, or $357.50. Number 15. At a dry cleaning store, it costs $1.79 to clean a man's dress shirt and 6 times as much to clean a suit. Choose the answer that correctly completes the statement. It would cost blank amount of money to dry clean one shirt and one suit. $8.95, $10.74, or $12.53. Multiply 6/10 times 2/10. 12, 1 and 2/10, 12 hundredths, 12 thousandths. 17. During a track meet, Calvin drinks 6/10 liter of water. Melinda drinks 8/10 times as much water as Calvin during the track meet. How much water does Melinda drink during the track meet? 4 liters, 4 and 8/10 liters, 4/10 liter, 48 hundredths liter. The product of 8 hundredths and 7/10 is 5 and 6/10. True or false? The product of 21 hundredths and 1 and 8/10 is 378 thousandths. True or false? 20. A builder buys 16 and 1/10 acres of land to develop a new set of walking trails and baseball fields. The builder plans to use 25 hundredths of the land for baseball fields. How many acres will the builder use for the baseball fields? 4,025 acres, 402 and 5/10 acres, 40 and 25 hundredths acres, 4 and 25 thousandths acres. The library is 9/10 mile from school. The museum is 6/10 times as far from the school as the library. How far is the museum from the school? 5 and 4/10 miles, 54 hundredths miles, 56 hundredths miles, or 5 and 6/10 miles. 22. Bruce is getting materials for a chemistry experiment. His teacher gives him a container that has 25 hundredths liter of a liquid in it. Bruce needs to use 4/10 of this liquid for the experiment. How much liquid will Bruce use? 1 liter, 1/10 of a liter, or 1/100th of a liter? Now that you are done, please go back and check your work. Double check that your decimal points are in the correct place and that you did all of your math correctly. You should have done your work on a piece of paper so that you can easily check your work.